Our coverage of the NFL has brought us to Space City and NRG Stadium, right next to where the old Astrodome sits, here in Houston, Texas. For some, the final chapter of the season. For others, a final week before the playoffs. And we're off in Week 18. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. Some good work on that return. Brock gets this up to the 33.
At their own 33-yard line.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Penix to the air to start us off. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
It's pretty obvious why you go pass on that first down. You're trying for a big strike and to take this home crowd out of it. But, Kate, here's the problem. All it did was energize this building. Listen to it. Listen to these fans as they get louder starting off with a sack.
Got for big yards on the right side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They got 24 yards on the play. And it's good for an Atlanta 1st down. London going to motion over right. They'll run it here with Bijan Robinson. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Penix here from the gun. Short pass brought in. And he'll get this through midfield and start pushing into Texans territory.
As any quarterback will tell you over the course of their career, it's not easy to deliver an accurate throw as you're about to get smacked.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Penix working from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of 4th down. The Falcons getting ready for the punt. And this will bring a drive that had some promise to a disappointing end. Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total here. That hits at the 9, but nobody around to grab it. It carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. Troy Anderson that time with the tackle.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Let's go.
They're throwing it. On target to his back, Joe Mixon. And he crosses the sideline a yard or 2 beyond that 30. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And the Texans are going to have a 1st down.
I'm sure Coach, play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
They give it to him again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Just 1 yard on the play, though. That leaves him with 3rd down and 6 to go.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
So many coaches love 3rd downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know, got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. It's going to be a punt of 46 yards. And the Falcons will take over. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. From the shotgun, Penix. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
A toss now to Robinson. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
These running backs love getting into the open field, and the best of them, they're not even looking at the man right in front of them. They're looking at that next level to get a chunk run like that.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. To the air with Penix. Escapes the pocket. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time, the secondary, well, they got real sticky, stay tight, and force the throw away.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. From the gun, it's Robinson. Works his way to the 35. And he gets this all the way to the 31-yard line. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And the Falcons will have a 1st.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in the pocket for a later occasion.
And he'll get this down to the 23-yard line before they stop him. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
On 2nd down, Robinson. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
You know what I like about a 2nd and short run play, Kate? Yeah, I like getting a 1st down, but you know what I like even more? That's going to set up a play-action pass in a similar down and distance, and that defense is going to have to key on the run.
Falcons into the red zone for the first time. They've got 1st and 10 from the 20. Another carry for Robinson. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
Second and 13. Throw reeled in by London. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Penix looking to pass. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. Give him about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Might be trying to power this across, Brock. They've got 3 tight ends out there. It's 1st and goal. He's going to keep this one. And they're going to touch him down after a short pickup.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Robinson does not get in. His push is stopped just short of that goal line. All right, still scoreless through 1 quarter, but that looks like it's going to change pretty soon. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the 2nd. We'll make our return to NRG Stadium after this. Welcome back. Time for our 2nd quarter. The Falcons with a chance to score. So early movement from the backfield, Brock. They jumped the gun a bit, and that brings out the flag. There was a blitz coming, and that got somebody to panic and jump early. It cost them 5 yards. So now from a bit further back, here's 3rd and goal. Throwing Penix. Setting up the running back screen. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Not terribly complicated on this one. Just not the 3rd down screen you wanted to run. Little chance they were getting the 1st, and apparently little chance they were going to even gain a positive yard at all.
The kick by Lutz is good. And they're on the board.
Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. So it'll be 2nd down.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
Running for the first time with Joe Mixon. And he doesn't get the lane he wants or needs. He's going to be taken down at the line. No gain on the play, and they still need 10 now on 3rd down.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
Here he is on 3rd and long. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42.
Let's go now.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Another carry for him. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
Hey, I know the temptation is there. If I'm thinking it in the booth, I know that play caller is too. That could have been a chance to be aggressive. Not the case. Go get the first down like they did, and a new set of downs to work with.
Here we go, here we go. Sixty Bison.
First and 10, a run to Mixon. Runs inside the 35. And he's going to be taken down at the 28. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And it sets up a Houston first.
I'll tell you what, Kay, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run.
And they bring him down at the 18-yard line.
I got to really rack my brain, Kate, to remember a play, a run in this league that nice that doesn't end up getting an offensive first down. He did all he could to will this drive forward.
From the 18 on second down. Has it down close. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point of the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
They'll try and punch it in. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
After the loss, it's second and goal from the 5.
Set.
He finds him right side. Touchdown, Houston. Will Lutz now on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Texans take a 4-point lead. The kicking team all ready for the Texans, and forward they run to send it away. On the return, it's Rondale Moore. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Throwing from the gun. Got a man. Robinson has it. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. It's a gain of 12 there. And it's good for an Atlanta first down.
You just got to love that angle route. It's been around a long time, but think about it defensively, Kate. How many times you see the backs out of the backfield or just run to the flat? The great running backs know how to plant their foot, sell that flat route, break it off to an angle, and break off the first down.
3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up second and 7.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Staying with Robinson. Down the sideline to the 45. He picks up 28 on the play. And the Falcons will have a first.
Kate, that's the type of run that shines the light well on him as a runner, of course. But you got to give a lot of credit to everybody else. Those skill guys, when you have an outside run, they got to do their job. Not just the big boys up front, not just the running backs. That takes everyone on the perimeter blocking to get a big run like that.
And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he gets forward for 3 yards as we've reached our 2-minute warning. Second down now, 7 to go. Shotgun snap again to Robinson. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Third down, it's Penix. Catch is made in close. And he's to the 5 before going out of bounds.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. They'll run it with Robinson. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
Ooh, I like that call. I really like it with those sticks. You can keep on the sidelines, and you get more than enough to get the first down.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Robinson has nothing on that run. They stand strong and stop him at the 2.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on 1st down. More to come.
The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Second chance at 6 here. It's 2nd and goal. Once more, it's Robinson. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Falcons take the lead just before halftime. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. Well, we all knew what was coming when they got into that goal line formation, didn't we, Brock? And they just pound the rock in for an old-school touchdown.
I just sometimes love that stuff. Nothing fancy, nothing cute. Here's our formation. You know we're running right at you, and we challenge you to stop us, and you can't.
Extra point by Koo is up and good. And the Falcons push their lead to 3. Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all. So they're going to gift them a drive starting at the 30. They've got blackjack on the clock. Not a ton of time to use before halftime. Back to throw on 1st and 10. Into the hands of Schultz. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. In the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take.
Forces one through double coverage. Oh, it's intercepted. And the Falcons might be able to get some points late after the interception. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you've got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field, Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball deep down the field like that, it turns into a 50-50 ball. More times than not, they can make a play and take it away, just as they did.
Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. It's a deep shot for him from that left hash. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate Scott, Brock Huard with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3. Second down now, 7 to go.
Here we go, set. Unlock line, unlock line.
Back to the well again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They got 2 yards there. That leaves him with 3rd down and 5. He's going to throw this one. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up. The Texans set to punt. And this will be his second effort of the contest. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. That punt finishes as a 60-yard effort. And they'll get ready to go on offense. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Here's Penix to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Kate, speaking from experience here, what happens now with the 3rd sack allowed, especially on an early down like that, is that head coach and coordinator going to have a conversation. Okay, we got to fix this. Do we slide? Do we chip? Do we keep more people in? Because the one thing you can't do is keep getting your quarterback hit.
Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Christian Harris on the stop. Only a yard that time, so now they're left with 3rd and 13.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
And the Texans go in nickel coverage, third down. Throwing from the gun here. Complete beyond the marker. What a play on 3rd and 13, and this drive will indeed continue.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
New set of downs for him at the 38.
Let's go now.
1st and 10, a run to Robinson. Crosses midfield, still going. And he's all the way down to the 36. That's going to pick up the 1st down after a gain of 26.
You know, it is so refreshing for these running backs when they have space to run. It's hard. There's so many collisions between the tackles. When they get on the edge and have green grass, well, the best of them take advantage of it.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And they had that one contained right at the line. Derek Stingley putting that play to bed. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
Not every corner in this league can make the play he just made right there. Sure, there's weird coverage guys, not really known for their tackling, but this guy, well, he's someone who isn't afraid to stick his nose in there and make a stop.
Here's Robinson up the middle. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that 1st down.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. And they will score. It's an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons push their lead further to start the half. Drake London with the touchdown. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
Now the Falcons offense staying on the field, lining up to go for 2. Frying Ford on the ground. And he's into the end zone for 2. That sets him up with a 14-point lead.
Every once in a while, we don't have to confuse this game. Simply beat the man in front of you. Carry the ball over the line. Rushing football at its finest.
Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. From his own end zone, here we go. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Completed to Collins. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
Third and a lone yard coming up.
Here we go, set. Buffalo 18. 79 Broncos. 18 Pioneer. Warriors 70.
Back to throw now. Hits his running back. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
They send a receiver in motion right. Oh, look at this. They give on the jet sweep. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
You know what that felt like to me, Kate? That felt like a little bit of overthinking, where he's just waiting for the perfect lane and the breakaway run. But against defenses in this league, you hesitate, you get tackled for a loss.
Go! Trap 60, trap 60. Dragon 60. 19 tight, 19 tight. Check go.
Throwing now from the gun. And that one's behind him. That's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
Stephanie!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
And a fair catch made without incident, just inside the 25. So no return on that punt. And they're going to take over possession. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
Second and 6 coming up here.
Let's go now. Go!
Another carry for Robinson. And he's brought down for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Penix here from the gun. He's on the move. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain.
Well, this is in every quarterback's tool belt, even the ones not regarded as the best movers and shakers. But, Kate, to play QB in the league today, you've got to be able to do this. If you've got nobody open, still get some positive yards with your legs.
And that fair catch corralled just beyond the 25-yard line. No return on that punt. And it's going to be Texans football.
Ready up!
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go!
Running it now out of the gun. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. Only 1 quarter remaining now in these teams' regular season. The Texans have it to start, coming in trailing on the scoreboard. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down.
Shut up. Come 19. Come 19. Shut up.
He'll throw it. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Try getting it to Nico Collins. So they're left facing third and long. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
Let's go.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. He'll look to throw. Oh, try forcing it to the slant. It's intercepted. And the Falcons get the football as he makes his third interception of this season.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game with now 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
And he's going to get this to the 29 before he stopped. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Tag.
From the gun, it's Robinson. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Give him 3 that time. That's going to bring up 3rd and 7.
Here we go. Sack.
Going right side, Robinson with it. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Call it a couple of yards, and it's 4th down and 5. For the 3rd time today, we see them setting up for a field goal. This, 42 yards from the right hash. The kick by Lutz is good. And that makes this a 3-score game.
I think you could call this one now, Kate. This field goal makes it a 3-score game, and even the most improbable comeback attempts are going to have a hard time erasing that type of deficit here in the final quarter.
Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Ready. Go.
Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
Second down now, 7 to go.
60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Ready.
Looking for a throw here. Looking right, and he finds him. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And the Texans are going to have a first down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43.
Go.
Looking to the air here. Taking the deep shot there on first down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete.
It is such a weapon offensively when you've got a big tight end that can stretch the field vertically. Not a lot of DBs have the size to cover him. They tried to get it to him in that spot where he could win it, but unfortunately, no connection to be made.
It's Mixon on second down. And he's able to reach that midfield stripe after some solid running. 7 yards on the carry. Now they've got 3rd and 3.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15+ at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Dump off caught by his back. And he's out of bounds after getting this one to the opposing 45-yard line.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Pass play on 1st and 10. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And it's a turnover. The defense has it.
You know, this just can't happen on 1st down. It really can't. I mean, ball security's at a premium on every down, every distance. But on 1st down, it is especially a killer.
Ball on the 45. 1st and 10. Moore going in motion left. A handoff for Robinson, running right. And he gets them down to the 42. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign, well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
On 2nd down, Robinson. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And it's good for an Atlanta 1st down.
He easily had the yardage for a first, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a 1st down pickup.
And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. Avoids a defender. We've got a foot race. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. It's a pickup of 11. And the Falcons will have a 1st.
Let's go.
Robinson on the inside give. And he'll make his way down to the 16-yard line. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
A toss now to Robinson. And in a rarity today, he stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover, wisely throwing it away. Yet another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach, because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
Younghoe Koo to kick off for Atlanta.
Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30.
And they're on the 30-yard line.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Here we go, set.
Now we're on the counter. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
You're sure happy with that offensively when you can hit a defense where it hurts, right in the middle of the field. And doing it on the counter, just simply overpowering them with their blocking, makes it that much sweeter.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. That takes us to the 2-minute warning in Houston. Texans trying to make it look a little nicer on that scoreboard. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43.
Go!
Another carry for him. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. 1st down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. Back-to-back carries here. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. We have a timeout now. Medical staff out to check on an injured man, and you hate to see this in the final week of the regular season. Third down, 1 yard to go. Back to the well again. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. Pick up a 5 on that play. And it sets up a Houston first. They give it to him again. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 41-yard line.
Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. So the Falcons will fly home with a win on the road. And they end the season on a great note, Brock, with a W in the final chapter of this year's campaign.